Create a plan for influencing at work. Questions that would be answered. Why is creating a plan for influencing at work important? How do I create a plan for influencing? What do I do if my plan doesn't go as I had hoped? Connect with me via WhatsApp, +234 703 247 4726, to get more interesting videos. Please, to support our ministry, remember to like the video, and also find it in your heart to subscribe to our YouTube channel and then gently tap the bell to turn on the notification, so as not to miss out on the next videos. Imagine Rekha as a technician at Camillo's Carpet Cleaners, a business that provides professional at-home cleaning services for carpets and rugs. Camillo's business is doing well enough, but its technicians only deliver their services to a small area of the surrounding community. Rekha thinks covering more territory could give the business a big boost. But Rekha's not the one who makes these decisions, her boss Camillo is. How can Rekha convince Camillo to make her idea for expanding their rug cleaning radius a reality? Let's find out. No matter what kind of workplace you work in, influence is the way you will advocate for your ideas. But influence isn't one size fits all. There are different influencing techniques you might plan to use depending on your situation. Techniques fall into two main categories: push techniques and pull techniques. Push techniques are about directing others, either by making it clear why your idea is worthwhile, using data and logic to support your argument, or applying pressure or offering incentives to the person you're influencing. If Rekha has a solid plan for expanding the service's delivery area, she could present her idea and make it clear, using her experience plus data and research, to convince her boss Camillo that her idea is worthwhile. Pull techniques are less about directing people, and more about getting them invested in your idea by asking questions, building on common ground, and slowly but surely helping them see why your idea is in line with their priorities. Say, Rekha knows Camillo wants to gain customers for his business. She might ask him to talk about his vision for the business, then show why her idea to get new customers by expanding the business service area is in line with that vision. Tip: when planning what influencing techniques to use, decide if you plan to listen and explore, pull, or really want to get your point across, push. It's okay to do both in the same meeting, but if you don't plan in advance, you might not have the impact you want on the other person. Sometimes, like in Rekha's situation, you might be trying to influence someone who's at a higher level than you at work, and has more power to make decisions. Rekha's boss Camillo has organizational power, meaning he gets power from his role, and has the right to regulate what goes on at his business. Luckily, this doesn't mean he's immune from Rekha's influence. Rekha can use her knowledge, expressiveness, relationships, character, likability, or reputation to generate personal power which she can then use to influence her boss. For instance, maybe Rekha grew up in one of the neighborhoods she's suggesting Camillo's Carpet Cleaners expand its coverage to. She could use her knowledge of the area as personal power to strengthen her argument. Knowing your situation, goal, and who you're trying to influence can help you figure out what influence techniques to use. Your situation is what you want to change, whether it's the status of an action, your position at work, or something else. For Rekha, it's the limited area her service covers. Rekha has already defined her goal: expand her business service area, and she's pretty sure she knows who she's trying to influence, her boss Camillo. But finding who you're trying to influence isn't always so straightforward. You might be trying to influence one person, a whole team, say, your sales department, or a mix, say, one person within the sales department. List out the names and roles of the people or groups you are planning to influence. Will you be influencing them to sign off on your idea and get it implemented, or do they have someone above them who needs to approve it? Doing this will help you make sure that you are influencing the right people, and not putting your effort towards influencing someone who doesn't have the power to help you. You don't always have to go straight to the boss with your influence, but you should know what power the person you are influencing has, so that you have a correct expectation for what the result will be. Say, Rekha has a coworker who has a better relationship with their boss Camilo than she does. Getting her coworker on her side could be valuable for the success of Rekha's idea, so influencing this coworker could be a good first step. Listen up. Once you know your situation, goal, and who you're trying to influence, you can pick your push or pull techniques and put your plan into action. If, as you take action, you get any pushback from the person you're trying to influence, make sure you listen to their concerns. If you're not able to influence the other person enough to achieve your goal, you have a few options of what to do. First, you could accept it. You can't win everything, and you don't want to come across as unreasonable. Plus, push too hard now, and you might not have as much influence left to use for your next good idea. If you don't want to accept defeat completely, consider accepting the loss in the moment and agreeing to come back to the discussion later. This leaves the door open for reviewing your idea again in the future. If you absolutely cannot accept no for an answer, you can bring in backup in the form of other people's power. Other people's power can be based on their roles, for example escalating to someone above you, or bringing in your company's legal department to back you up on something. Or it could be based on access to info, like if you're looking to do something technical that you can't do yourself, and need to bring in an expert to prove your point. Other people's power should be used very sparingly and only as a last resort, because it has the potential to harm or destroy relationships if done in the wrong way. Be careful and open with the other person as you escalate. Do this now. Earlier, we outlined two different kinds of techniques you might use to influence: push techniques and pull techniques. But how do you know which of these is right for you? Let's find out.